Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be doing a delicious pot bake recipe. Let me show you how quick, easy, and simple it is to do this delicious, beautiful looking pot bake recipe in the oven. Remember, for all the ingredients and measurements that will be used in today's video will be listed down below in the description box. Now, let's get started. Now for ingredients, you will need some melted butter, salt, baking powder, instant yeast, coconut milk, sugar, and I have here some warm water and also my all-purpose flour. Now the first thing you want to do is combine all your ingredients together. So I'm going to go in here with my baking powder and my yeast. I'm also going to go in with my salt and my sugar. Now you're going to spread your fingers and mix all the ingredients together until it is nicely distributed. Once everything is nicely distributed, we will go in with our coconut milk, and we are also going to go ahead and add in our melted butter. Now go ahead and stir in the coconut milk and the butter within the flour. Once it's nicely stirred in, you're going to go ahead and start adding in a little bit of water at a time. Now, depending on the flour you're using, you may need to use a little bit more water than I am using. Now, after the dough has come together, you will notice that it is slightly sticky. Making the dough slightly sticky will give you a nice soft pot bake in the end. You're going to use a little bit of dry flour and form your dough into a neat dough ball. Try not to use too much dry flour because we don't want the texture of the dough to change. Now when you're done, you're going to cover this with a piece of foil paper or a plastic wrap, or even a cover like I am doing. We don't want the dough to dry out and form that dry crusty layer on the top. So you want to make sure that the dough is secured and no air is getting in and out. You're then going to allow it to sit for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, or until it is double in size. Now after 2 hours of leaving the dough to rest, this is how it's looking. You will notice that your dough may not rise until it's double in size, and that's totally fine. Using instant yeast, sometimes the dough does not rise as easy as it would rise if we were using dry active yeast. Now what you want to do is go ahead and tuck in the ends as I am doing here in the video. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my pan and I will be right back. Now today I will be using a 9-inch springform pan. Since I will be baking this in the oven, I've also lined it with a piece of parchment paper to avoid the pot bake from burning or getting too dark in color. Once everything is nicely secure, you're going to use your fingers and just flatten out the dough as shown in the video. Now once the dough is looking like this, you're going to cover it and allow it to sit for an extra 30 minutes before we place it in the oven. You want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and we are going to bake this for 40 minutes. Now after baking for 20 minutes, I remove the pot bake from the oven and I'm going to flip it on the other side. Using a springform pan, this is how easy it is to remove and flip the pot bake on the other side. Now let's go ahead and bake this for another 20 minutes, and then we will remove it when it is at a nice golden brown color. Now after a total of 40 minutes, I remove the pot bake from the oven, and I'm just going to remove it from the pan and show you guys how it's looking. Now after removing it from the pan, look at how beautiful this color is, and it is actually so soft, guys. I can't wait to cut into it and show you guys how it's looking on the inside. So now that the pot bake has cooled down, I'm just gonna cut into it and show you guys how good it's looking on the inside. Now here's a look after slicing into the pot bake. Look at how delicious and soft and fluffy this is looking. Absolutely delicious. Now that brings us to the end of today's video. I do hope you enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoy making it for you all. If this is a recipe you would like to try and have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed for more delicious recipe. As usual, I want to say thank you for watching, goodbye, and I'll see you in my next video.